Welcome to Books, Dreams, and Financial Things, where we talk about marriage, blending our family, finances, and our dreams. We hope while sharing our journey, you can relate and learn with us and from us. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Excited
Hope
to
you
be
guys had
back.
a great week. We're excited to be back today.
Yep. So, quick. We're gonna do household items at the end, but just quickly for those of you who are watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Those of you who obviously we have a Facebook page, Books, Dreams, and Financial Things. Be sure to check that out. We have about 200 members in there now and growing. And then be sure to share the video too. A lot of information we're talking about. Hopefully it's valuable and it can bring a little understanding.
Or sometimes just entertainment. I think today will be
A little entertaining. So thank you for that.
Today we're going to be talking about, basically I'm going to be trying to convince Jermaine. Well, I've been trying to convince him, but we're going to have a conversation about why we need another baby.
Now, the reality is we have 5 kids now. Blended family, as you guys know, I have 2 kids from a previous situation, an older daughter who will be 17 coming soon, and then my son. And then at the household, we have the twin Rugrats and our oldest son, Keone.
Right. And Keone was from my previous relationship, and then we had the twins together. And I just,
She wants another kid.
I can't shake that feeling of just needing another kid. I don't feel done. And everybody tells me, you'll know when you know. I thought I would be. I got my tubes tied after the twins because I'm thinking 5 kids is plenty.
Yep.
And then, life things happened, and I just feel like I really need my baby girl. Like, I don't think that I will feel complete without a daughter. Okay. A baby girl.
And I don't agree. I think we're complete with what we got. I don't want any more kids. I don't want to be, I'm about to be 40 years old. I don't want, to be 60 years old, close to 60 or 61 with
and they'll be grown.
My youngest grandbaby. No, my youngest grandbaby. And that's pushing it. Because 18
you're still
years,
really young.
I'll be 58, 60. I'll be 60.
In 20 years,
No, I started early, not purposefully, but when I think about it, haven't you seen those memes? Me at 40.
But that's not going to be us because we have the twins. So that's already out.
But still,
okay.
Me that's at 40 with a brand new kid and just now starting out versus me at 40 with all the kids gone.
But we won't be. The twins are only 4 years old. So I feel like, why not? I'm 36. I feel like we have 4 more year window to have another baby. I'm open to having another baby before I turn 40. Even if it was another boy, I think that would be great. And the boys really want another sibling, a baby. My mom wants another baby, grandkid. I think that's just, a good move.
Okay. And I see what you're saying, but given the circumstance of what we're in now and our situation now and so forth, I don't think that is wise.
Now in our current situation, definitely not. That's why I think that it's so perfect because my tubes are tied. We would have to definitely be in a place that is financially stable. We have to have a bigger place. Like everything would have to be lined up this time.
Right.
Because I would literally have to go to the doctor and say, okay, untie my tubes.
Right.
So, and we would have to have the finances to even do that.
Right.
So to me, if all those things are lined up, it's like a given. Like, why not? That's the only way I'd be willing to do it. I would never... thankfully, because my tubes are tied, it wouldn't be on, the timing wouldn't be bad. Because the twins, I wouldn't say they were unplanned, but the timing was just not right.
Right.
Like we were planning to have another child, obviously not twins, but we definitely didn't plan to have them when we did.
Right.
So this way, if a baby were to happen, everything would have to be, of course, nothing's ever going to be 100% right, but I think this would be the way to make it as close as you can get to that because of all the factors that we would have to kind of undo and...
Okay, so what exactly would be the factors if we broke them down with regards to having a kid? Those of you who are watching on YouTube, put down in the comment section. Those of you who are on our Facebook group, put down in the comment section. What is the ideal? Because when you think about it, were any of your kids really planned? Were any of them planned?
Well, Keone definitely not. The twins, kind of.
When you say kind of, what do you mean kind of?
Well, okay, so just a little background. I was on birth control, obviously.
Right.
The doctor was telling me it could take 18 months to get out of your system, and the birth control was making me very sick.
Right.
So we made the choice to, okay, let's stop birth control. We're not getting married for another, essentially a year, but it's going to take 18 months, so we should be fine.
Right.
We got pregnant in a month.
Right.
So obviously that wasn't planned, but we did know we wanted to have another child. That's what I'm saying. So they were planned in terms of, we had a conversation like, yes, we're going to have another child. They weren't planned in terms of the timing. Because I definitely did not want to be pregnant on my wedding day. I planned to drink, and I could not.
The wedding day. Speaking of that, I drank enough for the both of us.
Right. So of course in that aspect they weren't planned in terms of the time, but we always we knew we were going to have a baby together.
Right.
So that's what I mean.
Okay. And so fast forwarding 4 years since our last babies, the twins, I think the reality is, I think that if we only had one kid at that time span, I would have been way more open to having another kid later. But because we had twins, I almost felt like it worked all out, as far as that goes. Because you remember in the beginning, I didn't want any kids, and you wanted one, which made sense. And so at that time span, you wasn't sure. But then I remember as we talked, you always was like, oh, no, I was going to want 2 more kids. Right. But we had twins, so I figured, it was God ordained, and it all worked out. And we had twins, which brought our families together and did a lot more. And there's no need for another.
I mean, I really did think, that's why I agreed to get my tubes tied. I'm like, yeah, that's plenty of kids. Like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to have, like you said, twins. I mean, I did want 2, so I'm like, here we go. But it's just like this little, and I don't know, you guys let me know how you feel, if it's just like a woman thing or if men feel this, but it's just like that little voice in the back of your head or your gut or your feeling where you just don't feel like done. And that's the problem. I mean, I've had moments, especially probably when the twins were like
big moments. I remember
18 months where I would just be like, oh no, like I can't imagine having another baby. I cannot, like I am so good. Like, and now those are far, like those don't happen anymore. I mean, occasionally the kids get on my nerves and I'm just like, oh, like I don't want these kids. Like, but I just always, still have that longing. And I remember going to a psychic some years ago, and she always told me that
psychic
or somebody like that.
Okay, like a palm reader or something.
Type, yeah. Right. And she told me that I would give birth to 4 kids, and I was like, at first I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have 4 kids, perfect, because you had your 2. I had Keone. I'm like, oh, we'll just have 1 more baby, okay. But she was like, no, you're gonna give birth. And so now the fact that I had twins, I'm like, see, I feel like it's just in the universe to just have that. Me physically give birth to 4 kids. I know you have your, and maybe that's another factor too. I think about like if your kids were closer, like in the same city, and we just had more time with them. Right. I don't think I would have this longing as much. Right. Because I think that's when it went away. Like when Ania would come, I'm getting my daughter fixed and all that. But now I'm just like, I just feel like I need that little mini me. Like imagine, you already know if we had a little girl, even if a little boy, but a little girl, you would be ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is that's true. And with my daughter, unfortunately, I missed a lot of that like young timing. So that's that. But ultimately, if financially things is cool and you wanted to pop out 6 more and we had the accommodations and a big old house and I think family is everything. I would be all for it, because that is, I think, a driving force to where I think puts more and more years on parents, and stressful as well as, obviously I think, because your life becomes about the kids.
Right. So. But let's go back and say like exactly, I'll share what I feel would be ideal to have another child, and then you share. Okay. Like these things would have to happen. Okay. Okay, because mine will probably be a little bit
different.
And I'm like, I just need a bigger hand. I don't give another. Right. No, I'm just kidding. No. But okay, ideally, of course, like career-wise, it wouldn't just be like started. It would have to be very much established. So that way, once I'm pregnant, I wouldn't have to go so hard. So I would have to have a lot of passive income coming from my business or businesses. Rather, I'm like writing. Hopefully my books would be written by then, and I would have to have money just coming in without me having to do a lot, because I don't want to have to be so focused on work and not being able to focus on my babies, because fortunately, I was able to focus on Keone as a baby and the twins for the most part outside of going to school. So I would want that. And even if I was a nurse, I would be able to, take a big chunk of maternity time to be home with the baby. So that would be one. Career-wise would have to be on point. Like, not more than on point, very much established, not just starting out.
Okay. And what does that mean, established?
That's what I just said. I would have to be like passive and like a lot of passive, passive income enough to not just pay the bills, but to obviously keep up our lifestyle. So I could just do stuff from the computer, if anything, not having to just go so hard of like, like I do now, all the content creating, all that. I would have to be more passive income.
Right.
Living wise, we would definitely have to have not just space, but it would be, I know you want to have investment properties first, so obviously that's not where we would be living to be able to have this baby. We would need to be living in our, not necessarily dream home, but a home large enough to accommodate the kids that we have as well as another baby.
Right.
And then also, I feel like that might be, and also I would have to be younger than 40. I'm not interested in being pregnant older than 40.
And let me ask you something. So as the dad, okay, I see what you're saying.
Because
you're saying actually physically having a baby.
Not because of anything else, just because it's a lot more dangerous. I could, if it was okay, I would be okay at 50, but just because of already my body, it's hard on my body to be pregnant. And that was when I was 20, in my 20s and my 30s. So I know I'm 40, it would be even harder, so with my cervix and all that. So that's why I say that.
Okay.
And let's just be honest, the bounce back is just a little bit harder as you get older. As I see, like when I was 20, I bounced back like, gee. The twins took effort. So obviously if I'm older, it's going to take more work.
And I have to worry about the bounce back too. Yeah, I'm not having a baby, but I'm eating all the food. And the slower my metabolism goes down, the harder it is to get rid of it. I still haven't got rid of the twin stuff, and she already has. So that's that. Now for myself, for another kid, my whole thing is financial stability.
Right.
Basically what you stated, passive income coming in where it's a large amount so that I can give the attention that's needed for this third kid, and I'm not like working at crazy hours and missing so much, which is what happened with all of my kids, I would say, to a certain extent. And then, obviously, before there's another kid, the kids that we have now, I will want, college funds set up. I will want, investment stuff set up for them. And, financially, I would just want, money for them to have to where life can be easier once they do actually hit 18 or even longer. One of the things that's changed, my mindset has changed when it comes to kids turning 18 and being kicked out of the house, what I've learned from you. Yeah. I mean, some of them going to be 25, 26, maybe even in their 30s.
I don't know about 30.
Not living with us, but still getting help.
Yeah.
Still getting help. I was sort of kind of raised in my family, and nothing against any of my family, but once you were 18, you were on your own. And there were times that, you might have needed a little bit of help, even if it's, at 18, you don't know what you want to do. So I just want to have set up for the kids that we have now, as much as we can, because I'm pretty sure the twins and these other kids, the other kids will look at them like they're spoiled and so forth, because we'll be more established as time progresses. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, once that happens, I wouldn't care, We have a big house, 6, 7, 8 bedroom house, and all those rooms are full with kids. I wouldn't care at that time.
Well, I don't want to have a whole bunch more kids.
Right.
Just one.
But I'm just saying that if you can afford them, it don't matter.
If I could afford them, I would then look into like a surrogate or adoption. Okay. I'm not interested in I don't enjoy being pregnant, so it's not like, oh, I just want to, like, and I have a friend who's like that. She's like, I don't want the kid. And I'm like, well, you can get my kid low key. But, because I don't enjoy it. It's not like an enjoyable experience for me. But I do love having the baby. I love all the stages. And I just feel like our twins, they would just be so, especially Kyrie. Kyrie.
Right.
He would be the best.
He would love it. Right.
Big brother on the plane. Oh my gosh. He just loves babies so much. And he's so good with them.
Okay.
But yeah.
So, those of you who are out there, do you think we should have another kid?
Of course, yes. And then by then, we probably could, we would have so much money, we could determine the sex and make sure it's a girl. Because that's the only thing. Because I just feel like, as much as I love being a boy mom, I mean, I feel like it's the best. However, I just feel like when we're old, we're going to need our daughter to take care of us like I take care of my parents. That's all I'm saying. No shade.
Yeah. That's one of the things that you said.
Yeah. No shade to my friend, but I'm the one who's there every day helping out.
So I'm wondering if this is truthful. I know that it's sort of kind of happened in some of the people that
even
I know
you,
are
I mean,
not,
unfortunately,
right.
we don't go to your family nearly as much as we go, you know.
Now, mind you, it's different though, you know, in my situation, you know.
Right.
But if I was as close to my biological mom and dad as you were, we would be splitting time, I think, you know. But for the most part, does that happen? Do the guys go with the woman, their significant other, the woman's family a lot? Because in my family, if you really think about it, it's not true, because we were all raised by my dad's mom. And typically it's the mom's mom who raises you. But in my situation, we were raised by my dad's mom. So, and that's who the family were close to. I don't even know anyone on my mom's side.
Right.
But maybe if I did, it would be different.
I don't know.
So, and that's the truth. So, yeah, with your parents, when they need help, you're always there. Your brother's there too.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's just different. It's different.
Right.
I'm probably like, because I'm with you, I do a little more on your side of the family than I even do on mine. But no one's sick on my side of the family necessarily.
Right.
But, okay, so that's that. So let's go through some household items. So we'll start with Clear and Strategic Credit Repair Services. Be sure to check that out. That'll be down in the comment section. We got the new year popping up, right? There's nothing worse than applying for a credit card or some type of installment loan. When I say installment loan, a car loan or a personal loan, and filling out that information and being nervous, not knowing whether you're going to get approved or not approved. 30-minute free consultation with me. Let me help you clear up your credit and help you build credit to where when you fill out those applications, now when we go look for the credit card or the car loan or whatever the circumstance is, the thought process of us not being approved for it is an afterthought. I don't even think about that. And I want that for everybody. I want that for you as well. So check that out. If you want to know a little bit more about, you know, some of the stuff that I do as far as credit repair goes. My background is in debt collections. I've been in that industry for over 15 years. Check out Ask a Debt Collector. Just Ask a Debt Collector on YouTube. I got over 150 videos on there, giving you a little more insight and information with what it is that I do when it comes to debt and credit. So check those things out.
Good. And as we know, summer bodies are built in the winter. So if you want to stay on track this holiday season, check out my ebook, Keeping It Keto for the Holidays. Or if you want one-on-one coaching, I will walk you through 30 days, keeping you on track for keto. Check out www.frugallyketo.com. I have an Instagram where I share simple and frugal recipes. That is just Frugally Keto. And that's it.
And what things do you have sort of kind of coming up?
I have decided that I do want to start a blog, so that way it will have more detailed information on my recipes, the macros, and instructions. And I also am adding things to my holiday book that will be ready November 1st.
That's it. Okay. So yeah, those of you, I have a website as well. I forgot, clearandstrategic.com. Check that out. That's a website with regards to the credit repair company. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Those of you watching on YouTube, share with your friends and family. Those of you who are listening to us, a big shout out to you guys you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts in general, Apple, Google, Anchor, all of those great places there. Those of you who are listening in other countries, thank you guys for listening in other countries. We're very grateful and thankful to you guys for that. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.